You know, I think that old souls have this really uncanny ability to match the frequencies of those around them. I think it was beneficial, I think it was a way to relate to more people. Um, but I think we really have to let go of that. And it's time. I don't think we should ever lower our frequency to make somebody else feel better about their shitty beliefs. I really don't. I think our job is to focus on our own life, to focus on what excites us, to follow our passions, to follow our joy. And that puts us in a state to actually help other people.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over?
Hey, what's up? Man, I just want to start off by saying I feel amazing. Like, I really do, man. I am so happy to be back in Colorado. I think I had completely forgot how much I love this state. And now that we're here, we're settled in, man, I'm looking back at our time in New York. And as much as I love that little cute house, and the area and, the nature around that house, man, I was like becoming stagnant. Like, I don't really, and I was content with that. I really was. I don't know, maybe I just needed a rest. Um, but after watching that debate last night, and after reading this little excerpt last night when I was going to bed on Conversations with Seth, I realized what it probably was. And it probably had something to do with starting in like March, I like started reading the news. Like, I usually stay away from the news, and I'll go months and months without checking in. But I found myself checking in with the news like frequently. And dude, I could feel how it was affecting me. And after reading this excerpt from this book, it reminded me of why I don't follow the news. And some people, some people really want to be really well informed. They want to know everything, all the corruption and everything that's going on in the world. Dude, I don't think the human being was designed to handle all of that information. I think we're capable of dealing with our own life and the experiences that we're having with people in our life. I think when you start realizing everything that's going on in the world, it's just too overwhelming for your senses. Plus, what are you going to do? Like, what are you really going to do about it? You can't do anything about it. Is it really helped you to know about all the tragedies that are going on in like Bulgaria or India or wherever? Like, I don't know. I think it's one of the reasons people feel so depressed is because we're so overwhelmed with all this information that is not really pertaining to our life, to our reality. And I know a lot of people, they completely disagree, and that's totally fine. But for someone that believes that there's not one reality, I do not believe that there's one reality. I believe that we're all creating our reality, and I believe that we live in a multiverse, and every possible scenario is playing out right now. And I think that when you're so caught up with all the corruption that's going on, I think you're locking yourself into that reality. And I mean, I've spent decades focused on everything that was wrong, how we were controlled, how we were being manipulated. Dude, that didn't help my life at all. It didn't. And I don't think I was able to help other people at the same level I am now is when I was so informed with everything that was negative going on. And this little excerpt pretty much reminded me of something that I had forgotten. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this. So this is from Conversations with Seth by Sue Watkins. And I think she was one of those lucky people who was able to sit in on these sessions when Jane Roberts channeled Seth. And I remember when I first read my first Seth book, I wish I would have been able to be there and just to experience that energy as she was channeling Seth. But anyway, I just found this excerpt so relevant with what's going on in the world right now. And I think it really contributes to why people are so miserable. You cannot help yourself and you cannot help your species by identifying with your own weakness or with the weakness of your species. When you are safe, you are safe and you are in a position of strength and you can be in a position of tranquility. Then you have the energy, the exuberance to think and feel clearly and to help others. When you are in a position of safety, you do not help others by pretending that you're not safe or by taking upon yourself the agony of others. If you become so frightened of realities that are not your own, if you take upon yourselves tragedies that do not exist in your reality, in your moment, then you weaken your position and you weaken the position of those you think you're helping. You look about you and you see only hopelessness and helplessness. You organize your reality according to the tragedies of newspapers. The tragedies of the newspapers are symbols. Those symbols represent real tragedies, but those tragedies do not exist in your moment unless you are participating in them. Those who are involved in such tragedies feel a sense of hopelessness and the loss of power in the present, and you do not help them by taking on the guise of hopelessness. What I am saying this evening is indeed simplified. But you must operate from strength, not from weakness. When you stand upon a firm shore, you can extend your arm to the man who is in quicksand. You cannot help him by leaping into the quicksand with him, for surely both of you will go down, and he will not thank you. So then there was a question. Then we're doing that as a nation, and they're talking about people that follow the news. Whenever you look around you and say, other men are fools. Whenever you look around and say, the race is running itself, it is insane. You are doing the same thing. You are jumping into the quicksand and you cannot help. Organize your reality according to your strength. Organize your reality according to your playfulness, according to your dreams, according to your joy, according to your hopes. And then you can help those who organize their reality according to their fears. Dude, that's it. When you're feeling this need to constantly educate yourself on everything that's going on in the world that's wrong, dude, you're jumping into the quicksand. So I guess my suggestion is, if you want to help people, you have to follow your own passions, your own joy, your own excitement. Only then are you standing on firm ground and can help others. When you spend your time consumed with everything that's wrong with the world, not only can you not help others, but you're locking yourself into that experience. There is a world out there where this shit is not happening, and you will never see it as long as you're focused on everything that's wrong. I'm going back, I'm unplugging from the news, and I'm going back to live in my own little bubble world, and I guarantee you I will be able to help so many more people by standing in your own knowing, your own authenticity, and following your own passions. I guess that's all I gotta say today. Okay, man, I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day. Peace.